Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 destinations in Jamaica.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at the spots that have made Jamaica a go-to Caribbean destination for honeymooners, families, and worldly travellers. Number 10. Dunn's River Falls. Jamaica is one of the liveliest island countries in the world, often being cited as the Caribbean's party capital. If you're looking to take a break from the clubs and bars though, seek peace and quiet at Dunn's River Falls, which pour into the Caribbean Sea. Stretching 180 feet upwards and 600 feet wide, this waterfall might not be the tallest you'll ever see. However, you won't find a more calming spot with trees surrounding the falls and sunlight breaking through the leaves. The fall's height also makes it a popular climbing destination, with groups locking hands as they ascend the rocky stairs. Even if you're not up for climbing, you can still create Instagrammable memories from the bottom and bask in the luxurious lagoons. Number 9. Falmouth. Comfortably situated around the north coast, few port towns possess more spirit than Falmouth. To put Falmouth on the map, $180 million was invested into constructing a bigger and better port. After an extended period, the new port finally opened in 2011. Paving the way for massive cruise ships, Falmouth regularly brings in tourists from Royal Caribbean International's Oasis class. For anyone who has ever dreamed about taking a Caribbean cruise, Falmouth has everything you could desire in a port town. Its atmospheric architecture overflows with rich history and heritage. Falmouth is also a gateway to numerous other Jamaican hotspots, from beaches to theme parks. As extraordinary as the cruise ship might be, you won't want to get back on after spending a day in Falmouth. Number 8. Discovery Bay. Also located on the north coast, St. Ann stands out as Jamaica's largest parish. St. Ann has several towns that should be on your radar, but we recommend kicking off your journey at Discovery Bay. Many historians believe that it's where Christopher Columbus landed when he first arrived in Jamaica. Although he originally dubbed it Dry Harbour, the town was renamed in 1947. We'd argue that the current name is more fitting, as the town is an open door to new sights to discover, from the mysteries lurking inside Green Grotto Caves to the white sands of Puerto Seco Beach. You can swim with dolphins at the aforementioned beach too, or perhaps you'd rather take a scuba diving adventure and see whatever other wonders await. Number 7. Port Antonio. Port Antonio is Jamaica's third largest port, giving the parish of Portland its beating heart. This fishing village is known for two things: shipping plentiful goods like bananas and reeling in tourists with its lavish backdrops. There are several waterfalls worth exploring, although Reach Falls offers the most scenic view with its lush wildlife. It's an especially romantic spot if you want a little alone time with your significant other. Couples can also create everlasting memories at Blue Lagoon, where you'll encounter turquoise and royal blue colours. Back on land, seek out historic structures like the De Montevin Lodge and the Folly Mansion. Book a hotel with a water view, as there's nothing like feeling that sea breeze from your balcony in the morning. Number 6. Martha Brae River. Rafting is one of the many activities that people flock to Jamaica for, and the Martha Brae River arguably provides the most elegant scenery. If you travel several miles south from Falmouth, you'll eventually hit the Trelawney Parish, where this ravishing river runs. Whether you're thirsty for adventure, romance, or the great outdoors, a rafting tour will satisfy on every level. Kicking off your journey at Rafters Village, you'll board a 30-foot bamboo raft like something right out of a fairy tale. With around 3 miles to cover, tours generally last about an hour and 15 minutes. In addition to the graceful views, you can absorb information about the legend of Martha Brae as you ride down the laid-back river. Number 5. The Blue Mountains. Although we mainly associate Jamaica with beaches and other bodies of water, mountains also play an integral role in forming the country's identity. To reach Jamaica's highest point, travel along the border of Portland and St. Thomas, where you'll uncover Blue Mountain Peak. Towering more than 7,000 feet, this mountain is renowned for its hiking, sunrises, and coffee production. If you can reach the summit, you might even get a good look at Cuba. As domineering as the peak is, it's just a fraction of the Blue Mountains range. The longest in Jamaica, this mountain range is draped in wondrous scenery. While you might initially wonder why they aren't called the Green Mountains, you'll quickly understand the name as the bluish mist draws you in. Number 4. Negril. It's high time we shine the spotlight on one of Jamaica's most beautiful beaches. The resort town of Negril is home to the 7 Mile Beach, which stretches from the northern Bloody Bay to the southern Long Bay. Technically, the beach falls a little short of its 7-mile title. Walking across the white sand and cooling off in the crystal waters though, the name immediately becomes an afterthought. While the beach is the main tourist attraction, there's even more to NEGRIL. The NEGRIL lighthouse sticks out with concrete material, which was innovative for 1894 when it was constructed. You can grab a meal at Rick's Cafe, but the cliffside venue is the real allure, with people diving almost 35 feet into the waters below. Number 3. Ocho Rios. Let's move on from the 7-mile beach to the 8 rivers, or Ocho Rios as it's known in Spanish. Once again, the name is a tad misleading, as there are actually 4 rivers in this town, including Dunn's River. Regardless, Ocho Rios is the crown jewel of St. Anne Parish, attracting cruise ships to the port like James Bond to a martini. In fact, this is the kind of tropical locale that Mr. Bond would want to retire to, even being featured in 2 of his movies. It's no wonder why the town's Ian Fleming International Airport was named after 007's creator. Pretend that you're on an espionage adventure as you sign up for a scuba diving expedition, or maybe just kick back by the beaches. Number 2. Kingston. Being Jamaica's largest city, not to mention its capital, Kingston is loaded with activities and landmarks. Devon House merges Caribbean and Georgian architecture, serving as the former home of the 19th century millionaire merchant George Steeble. While Steeble might not be a household name in North America, Bob Marley certainly is. Learn even more about this pioneering reggae musician at the Bob Marley Museum. It's not only a museum, but also where Marley lived. To borrow a few notes from Mr. Marley, the shining sun and sweet weather will make you want to move your dancing feet. Fortunately, Kingston is where Jamaica earns its party capital title. Aside from hopping from club to club, you may want to consider visiting when Jamaica Carnival rolls into town. Number 1. Montego Bay. Montego Bay, or Mo Bay as many locals call it, is the second largest Jamaican city by area, following Kingston. Although this has earned it the nickname of the Second City, we'd argue that Montego Bay comes out on top in terms of shopping, beach resorts, and cruise ports. Seeing how those are the 3 things that most people look for in a Jamaican getaway, how could we deny the so-called Second City our number 1 spot? Play 18 rounds at the White Witch Golf Course near the Rose Hall Great House, where you can also hear the chilling story of Annie Palmer. Forget about your worries at Doctor's Cave Beach Club, where the Caribbean waters are at their most pristine. This is what Jamaica is all about.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.